What is going on, everybody? Just Savage here. Welcome back to another Terraria Build-A-Base video. And today we are going to be doing episode number 6 of our Terraria Build-A-Base video series. In today's video, we are going to be delving down into the underworld in celebration of Halloween to build us an Underworld Fortress Base, and we are going to make this thing look as deadly and as evil as humanly possible. So I have not gotten all of the stuff that I am going to be needing in order to make this base just yet, but I am doing that as we speak. I'm going to get myself a few stacks of obsidian bricks. I'm going to do the same thing for obsidian walls, but I'm also going to be getting some red brick walls as well, just to add to that evil feeling. So happy Halloween to all of you guys, and please tell me how your Halloween has treated you so far. You going trick-or-treating or not? What are you dressing up as if you are? If not, please tell me, like, what you are doing. Like, are you going to a haunted house? Have you already decorated your house and made like a haunted house of your own? Please let me know in the comment section below. So while we are getting all set up for this base, I just want to say I want to thank you guys for being here to support everything that I've been doing on my channel, and I'm hoping to keep on pumping out content like this for all of you guys to enjoy, especially around the holidays, because that's when we know we can do a lot of really good stuff. So I'm gonna get some obsidian chandeliers. I think I'm going to get myself some obsidian pianos, you know, just some of our regular stuff that we are going to be needing for this base, because this base is going to look sinister. I have some really cool ideas for this base, and I'm hoping that I can get through as much of them as I can. And I do not know how long this video is going to be, but I'm hoping that it's not going to be too long. So yeah, so let me just get out a furnace. Now, what you guys are going to be noticing is that a lot of the bases that I make are for Terraria hard mode, and some of them are even for post Moonlord, at least parts of them. So a lot of the building ideas that I am dishing out in these videos are for hard mode bases, because I technically like playing in hard mode, but everybody has their own thing. So we're going to be getting ourselves some basic stuff here. I'm thinking of maybe putting in a loom, because you never know when you may need a loom, and also some other crafting stations such as a blend-o-matic, and maybe even some other things like a meat grinder, not a beet grinder, a meat grinder, and then maybe getting like a solidifier, and then what are some other things that we can put in here? I guess I'll just have to work with what I have for now, because I already have more than enough. So guys, what I'm thinking of is basically building like an underground, like an underworld palace, or an underworld fortress, like a castle, something that's just plain creepy. So I'm starting off Nelson on a platform. He did not have a chance to get ready for the spirit of Halloween, but so this platform is basically I think it's gonna be the roof of the first room that I'm gonna be building. So trying to mirror what I just did. Okay. Now I'm hoping to make like some watchtowers over here, and then I have this really cool idea for a really epic underworld wall of flesh bridge that just expands and expands and expands. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish in this video. And I did not mean to do that. Oh, it's okay. I didn't need it anyway. But anyway, so yeah, I have been wanting to do a base like this for some time, and I'm glad that I finally have the chance to do it. And I'm also glad about the fact that I get to experience, that you guys get to experience this base with me. Okay, so I already have like somewhat of a shape here. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it just yet, but I do know I'm going to be doing this with it. 5, 6, 7. Okay, and this is when the symmetry starts to get hard, because when you first start off building, you're trying to kind of eyeball everything, but soon that becomes sort of a hassle. So it's like little baby steps that you have to learn how to take, which I don't have a problem with doing. So yeah. I already see a break in the symmetry here, so I'm just going to break that block. Then that means that I'm going to have to extend this one out even more. Okay. So then allow me to extend this out. Okay. Okay, I think that looks good. That looks good. Okay, so now one thing that I like to do when building is I like to use the platforms as what I like to call a symmetry guide. Basically, it allows me to see like where one side of the build is relative to another side of the build. So it gives me that sense of perspective. Okay, that looks about right. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to get rid of these platforms to the best of my ability. And guys, I just have so many things planned for this base, and it's a good thing that I'm in a god mode, otherwise that would have killed me. You know, it really doesn't matter to me if these things fall into the lava. I mean, I can always just spawn more in. Now what I'm thinking about doing is that now that I have sort of like this shape, like this outline, I'm thinking maybe it's time for me to like start building down towards the base, but I do want to keep like this sort of like spiky demonic look. So we're going to stick to that formula. Okay. And basically, think of it as an algebraic equation. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other, so that it remains even and balanced on both sides, and you really get that feeling of satisfaction whenever you're building the base. To me, satisfaction is key when building a base. We're gonna bring these two out a little bit more. We're gonna start bringing it up. Okay, that looks right. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a straight line. Okay, so we now have this design. Call it what you like. I mean, I honestly don't know what this thing looks like, but it's imagination. Another thing that I was thinking about doing was trying to build like a sort of like a mine shaft down here where the ash is, because I'm trying to keep the theme of like eternal doom and damnation, trying to keep that overall theme because of where we are and because of what time of the year it is. I also had like a really cool idea for like for like trying to make the water look red, like maybe make like you know, like drip down like down here, you know, somewhere. But I don't know, because that's going to make obsidian like all along here, and I don't think I want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some lava falls. So now I'm honestly starting to regret getting rid of those lava buckets before I started recording. So I'm just going to get 6 of those, and then I'm going to build these out. I'm going to build these out like so. And then I'm going to take the hammer and I'm going to make these half slabs. And the reason why you want to make these half slabs is because it will make like a waterfall effect like that. And oh man, that already looks sinister. That already looks really cool. Now something else that I wanted to try to do was hang chains down. I honestly didn't know why I didn't have that idea before. Because you know it's there we go. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that I'm going to start building this down. Okay. And then I think I'm going to be doing something for this upper part. I'm going to have to get some of the rid of this ash that's up here in order to do what I'm thinking of doing. But yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So another thing, I'm going to make this a simple square room, okay? Because not every single room needs to be completely like modified. You can do whatever you please, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to make every single room like look this detailed. But I just had an interesting idea. What if I were to what if I were to make like circles out of these areas and then put lava inside them as like an added decoration? I don't know if that's going to work, but I guess I'll just have to work with it as I go along. But and now I'm going to build on out in this direction and in this direction. And right now I am just experimenting with looks. There is nothing wrong with experimenting with the look of your base, because what we're trying to accomplish right now is just like what we want, a general idea of what we want our base to look like. Actually, I think that is a little too, I think that's a little too narrow. So I'm going to widen that up just a little bit. Okay. Now so you guys already know that I have the bridge and the mine shaft idea, and a mine shaft I think is going to be pretty hard to do because of how much lava there is down there. But yeah, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to start making platforms to the different levels. There's a difference between making your base look cool and then making it to where it's impossible for you to actually navigate around it. I've done that way too many times. I think also what I'm going to do is that I am going to start, I'm going to start dividing the rooms now. I think I'm going to just start dividing them from here. I'm going to take the 1, 2, okay, 4. They're 4 away from the opening. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to place some doors down. So yeah, we're going to place some doors down, like that. Yes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take the red brick walls, and I am going to start filling in this area. And I completely forgot to take down those obsidian platforms. I am such a ninny. So I'm going to take these down. Okay. And then I'm going to move in here. Actually, first off, I'm going to, I knew I needed something. Torches. Because we can only do so much. So I'm going to be putting down some demon torches. It's a good thing that we actually have these. So I'm going to enable infinite reach once more because I can't do that if I'm not doing this. And then I'm going to place those down like so. And then now I'm going to extend the red brick out in this direction. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I am going to do a jump cut here, and then while I'm in that jump cut, I'm going to fill in these walls, and then I think I'm going to get started with some of the other kinds of things that I've been thinking of. So I will be right back. Okay guys, so here is what I have so far, and I can see that my FPS has gone down to 50%, but that shouldn't be, and now it's continuing to go down, but that shouldn't be a problem. To give you guys an update to what I've been doing, I have made the master bedroom complete with as many of the special crafting areas as I possibly can, including a workbench, a titanium furnace, and an ore chalcum anvil, right up here to express your dominance over the underworld. You have a bed at the very top of the tower, at the very top, and I also found these living demon flames, which I thought would look really cool, and they actually do. And then another thing that I did was I added in some storage space up here. I really couldn't think of anything else to do for this room. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this room just yet, but down here I have 2 rooms for NPCs, and then each of these towers I have turned into storage rooms. And I do not know where I'm going to be putting the bridge, but I'm starting to get an idea of where I'm going to be placing the bridge, but I'm not sure yet. I'm also going to be adding in some more decorations, such as chains and these skeletons that have been chained onto the wall and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue building, and then I will give you guys an update when I've come up with something. Okay guys, I am back and with the finished product. So, let me take you on a quick tour. I've already shown you your master bedroom. I've added in a couple of more decorations, and I did a couple more things. The only way I would be able to make a bridge work was if I were to mine the under parts of this and make it smooth on the ends. That way the character can move freely through. And then what I also did, I know it doesn't look like a mine, it won't look like a mine per se, but this is basically like my little version of what a hell mine would look like. I wanted to keep that sense of impending doom and danger, not knowing all the trapped souls down here, eternally working for the demons, not knowing when they're going to mine into a lake of boiling lava or into one of these obsidian towers, constantly burning themselves on this hellstone and all of this stuff. It really just makes for a very dreadful and very hostile environment that leaves this constant sense of danger, a sense that you can't ignore when down here. And then, when getting back onto the bridge, I was thinking about ways to make the bridge look more eye-catching, and then that's when I had a truly magnificent idea. I decided to make these wall hooks, these hooks that would hang from the ceiling of the underworld, that would periodically dip into the lava and see if it could pull out any hellstone or anything used to create any tools that the demons might use. So, with that in mind, guys, I think I have completed our Underworld Palace base. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave me a comment down below telling me what you thought of this and something that you think that I could have done to make this place even better, maybe even more eye-catching, maybe even a little bit bigger. Please also leave me a comment down below telling me what your favorite part of the base is. And also, leave me a comment down below if you want, telling me, giving me requests for future build-based videos or anything like that of the sort. So guys, with that out of the way, this is Just the Savage, aka the Spectrum Gamer, and I will see you guys in the next one.